everybody. Dave Brown and Corey Macklin here at ringside. We're ready to go with another day of USWA Championship Wrestling. Corey, a lot of interesting things going on. Talk about that in a moment, but a great card coming up here today.
What a big day today in action. We're going to have a ladies match right here today. Miss Texas versus Samantha right here today in the ring. Got an 8-man tag team match to the expiration of our time. On one side of the ring, it'll be Mike Samples, Brickhouse Brown, Tony Falk, and Jamie Dundee. On the other side, Bart Sawyer, Flash Flanagan, the Birdman, Coco Beware, and returning to the USWA, Stephen Dunn. Also, we got Luna Vachon. We've got a full day today on USWA.
No doubt about it. Things have been going on this summer, all summer long in the USWA. And just in the last several days, there's been a championship change. In case some of you haven't heard about it, in Louisville, Kentucky, the Dundees were going against the Moondogs. It was a controversial situation with Tony Falk and Tommy Rich being involved. But net result, tag team champions are the Dundees right now. We'll have more about that as we go along, too.
Got Wolfie D, Jesse James Armstrong. They're going to be here today in tag team action as well.
We better get underway. Let's do that. We'll take a break. We'll be back with you with great action from the USWA coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Hey, here we go.
All right. Yeah, we're just checking everything. Luna Vachon is going to be out here with Vampire Warrior. Vampire Warrior's been here before.
Yeah, remember him.
Returning to the USWA. You maybe saw downtown Bruno flashing by there. The referee, he's set to go.
Oh, boy. Fucking USWA! The most awesome, delicious, dangerous, flamboyant, and dripping with dirty danger. The Vampire Warrior's back to make short work of all the new guys at the USWA.
Well, Luna's the Vampire Warrior is...
Hey, stop stuttering! I'll just go get him.
Please do. That's the point. The opponent is in there right now, Tony Myers. Luna is headed for the Vampire Warrior. There he comes. Oh, goodness. Comes in with that Vampire Warrior. Here we go. Referee calls the bell, and we are underway. Tony Myers finds himself in trouble immediately against this Vampire Warrior.
Vampire Warrior wrestling from the other side of darkness, and let me tell you, he can go. Look at it, flying. Clothesline from the Vampire Warrior takes down Tony Myers. Luna Vachon over in the corner of the Vampire Warrior. We've heard that voice before, Dave.
Yes, we have. We've seen this style of wrestling before, too.
Oh, yeah.
Make no mistake about it, this man is dangerous. The Vampire Warrior.
Drops the leg down on Tony Myers, and the Warrior, there's a look at him. Not a pretty look, but there's a look at the Vampire Warrior. Takes Tony Myers. Swings him right on concrete floor.
Yep, right through the rope, down on the floor, and Luna is there. Rakes him across the back with those fingernails.
Boy, she's got a set of them, too. Vampire Warrior helping Tony Myers into the ring. And the Warrior just pulls him back in. Slap right across the chest of Tony Myers. Vampire Warrior comes in at about 265 pounds. And young Tony Myers has got his hands full here today.
Yeah, I think he got Tony in the throat with the point of the fingers, and then immediately started using that middle rope to choke. As he diverts the referee's attention, Luna is over to choke him. Caught by the referee and warned by the referee not to do that again.
Boy, he popped him down with that belly to back. And the Vampire Warrior, it has been all Vampire Warrior during this match. Referee downtown Bruno in checking on Tony Myers as the Warrior continues to add insult to injury. Works over young Tony Myers. Still to come today, we got 8-man tag team action with Bart Sawyer, Flash Flanagan. Boy, he's exciting to watch today. Birdman, Coco Beware, and Stephen Dunn returning to in the USWA. We'll have them all right here in action today.
It'll be a great 8-man match. I always feel sorry for referees. I know I often feel sorry for the referees, but when you put 8 men in there at the same time,
Oh, boy.
the action usually gets wild.
Got that right. Vampire Warrior climbs the ropes. Over in the corner. Spins off with a DDT on Myers. 1, 2. That's it. Vampire Warrior gets him, and I'm sure Tony Myers is mighty glad that this match is over. Look at Luna. He's in there fighting him, Dave.
The Vampire Warrior's already won the match. Now Luna Vachon.
She's fighting on Tony Myers.
Yeah, that's her specialty version of a sleeper that she just put on Tony Myers. Myers incapacitated now in the ring, and finally the referee downtown Bruno says, just leave, just get out. And Vampire Warrior and Luna Vachon are headed on out of here.
After Luna biting all over Tony Myers.
Yeah, well, she got him on the side of the neck there. That's, as I said, it's a variation on the sleeper hold. Cuts off that circulation, and Tony they're going to have to...
he's out.
Have to haul him out of there. They're calling for security to help haul him out as Luna interferes after the match is over. All right, well, let's get Tony out of here. And he's out.
Yeah.
Get him waked up.
Nice applause for Tony Myers over here.
Yeah,
that's good.
All right. Well, we've still got lots to go, as Corey has said. We've got a match still with Miss Texas going against Samantha later on, the 8-man tag match we've been talking about. Right now, I want to get Brian Christopher to come out just for a moment, if we could, and talk to him a little bit about what's coming up. Dream matches coming up may turn into nightmares this coming week. There are going to be a bunch of them on the card. We'll have full details coming up a little bit later on. But with the dream matches coming up, the dream part of it is if you win, you get a shot at unified title and WWF title. Nightmare part of it is you got to put the USWA title on the line, and you got to put it on the line against Tommy Rich.
Well, first of all, how you doing, Dave?
I'm doing good, Brian.
You know I got to come out here and get you fired up sometimes, Dave, because I'm fired up about this week coming up. It's going to be, like you said, Nightmare on Hollywood, Friday the 13th. But you know what, Friday, are you superstitious?
No, but...
Because I'm not either. A lot of people, they won't come out of the house on Friday the 13th. But you know what? The way I think about it, if the day ends in a Y, it's going to be Brian Christopher's lucky day. Because every day I'm alive, it seems like it's my lucky day. And they call it Tommy Rich's dream match. Well, you know what, Tommy Rich? This might be Brian Christopher's dream match. Because I'm going to put my USWA heavyweight title on the line. And the loser is going to have to leave the USWA for 30 days, right? But the winner is going to receive a unified world heavyweight title shot with the heavyweight title champion right now is Sid Vicious, correct?
That's right.
Not only do they receive that, but then they get a shot at the WWF world heavyweight champion, right?
That's right.
And that's right down my alley, because I've been waiting for this for a long time. But there's one thing that I'm not too happy about.
Well, there's one thing I want to mention to you. Now, no interference. I think you mentioned that. That's been banned, and we'll talk about that.
There cannot be any interference,
but
the
there's
referee.
a special referee in this match, and it's going to be Tony Falk. And you know the Falk history along with Tommy Rich.
There's going to be a special referee. This is Tommy Rich's dream match, and he said the only way is if he picked his own referee. And I heard we got a clip, right?
Yeah, we do.
A little bit of the history between me and Tommy Rich.
That's what I'd like to take a look at. This goes back to about June of 1994, best we can figure. Just take a look at some of the highlights of why this dream match is coming about.
With his feet on the ropes, and referee Frank Burrell says no. Bring it up. He caught him with the feet on the rope. Here comes Brian Christopher from behind. 1, 2, 3. The winner and the best of Louisville, Brian Christopher.
You faced a lot of time.
Here's the it. Oh, look out, man. Here's Tony Falk and Tommy Rich out here. Tommy Rich hits the ring. Tony Falk. What has Rich got? 2-on-1, and look at Rich. He's got looks like a metal pole of some kind. And who's this? John Gilbert racing through the rope. Heads in and nails Rich. Christopher Gilbert. He got him. 1, 2, 3. Too sexy, Brian Christopher gets the win. Here comes Tommy Rich.
Tommy Rich nails Brian Christopher. Now, Brian got the pin the same way that Jamie Dundee was trying to do it.
Yeah.
Randy didn't see his feet up on the rope. He was so upset with Jamie trying to break the rules. They didn't see what happened.
Oh, boy.
2 against 1. The referee is trying to get Jamie out of there. Now Randy hails his kick. Here's Wolfie D. There you have it. Just a couple of the highlights of what has happened with Tommy Rich coming in here.
About how long was that tape right there, Dave?
About 1:43.
1:43 seconds. Now, me and Tommy Rich, we've had matches and matches and matches over the years, ever since I first started here, and that's been about 6 years ago. So I know somebody's not doing their job up there in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Randy West is the man that keeps all these tapes, and I know he could have found a lot more history between me and Tommy Rich, but you know what you did see on that tape? You saw me defeating Tommy Rich right there in Louisville, Kentucky for the Best of Louisville match when we were face to face. Then what you saw was what he does every other time is what he likes to do is jump you from behind with a little help. He had a little help on that tape from Tony Falk. He had a little help on that tape from Jeff Jarrett. He's always got a little help. Well, Tommy Rich, I know you've been a former world heavyweight champion, but you know what? He likes to boast about that. I've been a former world heavyweight champion. Well, Tommy Rich, what you don't like to tell everybody is how long you held that title. He held that title for 6 short days, Dave Brown. For 6 days, Tommy Rich was the world heavyweight champion. Whoop-tee-doo, Tommy Rich. I've been the USWA heavyweight champion for 4 months straight now. I've been the heavyweight champion ever since I've been here, Texas heavyweight champion, and I'm going to beat you, mark my words, to become the unified heavyweight champion, because I will go through Sid Vicious, mark my words. I've got his number, and then I will defeat the WWF heavyweight champion, because I got some things on my side, Dave. I know what it takes to win a championship, and I will do whatever it takes to win a championship. You know that, and Tommy Rich, you know that. So you can have your referee, Tony Falk. But you know what, Tony Falk, if you plan on doing one stinking thing to cost me that match and make me leave for 30 days, the only person whose nightmare it's going to be is yours.
Now, wait a minute, Tony.
Wait up just a second. I've been talking to Tommy Rich on the phone. He's watching this on satellite right now. He knows what's happening. And he's going to beat you, Brian Christopher, and I'm not going to interfere. I'm going to call it down the middle. He was the world heavyweight champion. He's going to beat you. He's going to have that belt. Then he's going to beat the unified champion. Then he's going to beat the WWF champion. Now, I don't have to cheat for Tommy Rich. Tommy Rich is he's his own man. He don't need Tony Falk for nothing. But I'm going to be there because these stinking no-good officials in the USWA can't call a match fair and square. But and you ain't going to shove me around.
You got me a little hot under the collar. That's why I had to take my jacket off. But you know what? You might be the referee during that match, but you're not the referee now. But you're not the... Touch me. Come here. Now listen to me. Like I said before, if you do one thing to cost me that belt, to cost me this match, it's going to be your nightmare. You understand me? Do you understand me? You got it. You got it. You got to pay.
All right, Brian, it's coming up. You got Tommy Rich, Tony Falk, special referee. The dream matches, which could turn into nightmares for everyone.
It's going to be my night, and nobody's going to ruin it for me.
We'll be back after this. Hey, we got another match coming up right here. The referee is up on the ring apron, and when the referee is here, that means let's get the wrestlers out here, and we are going to be ready to go. This one, we've got Wolfie D and Jesse James Armstrong. Their opponents now headed to the ring area. Charlie Laird, a wrestler with all kind of confidence, doesn't have much of a one-loss record on the positive side.
That's a good size on him, too. Nice upper body strength.
But he'll give you a battle, and Yellow Jacket in under the mask. And we are just about set to go with tag team action from the USWA here today. Still got an 8-man tag team match to go. And we still got the women's match with Miss Texas going against Samantha.
James Armstrong and Wolfie D making their way into the ring area now. Wolfie, the former USWA television champion. Boy, he held that title for a long time. We've got a new TV champion now, Jamie Dundee.
Partners with Wolfie D. Those two don't get along at all. And in these dream matches or nightmare matches, possibly could be either. Could be a dream that turns into a nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
Or it could be a nightmare that turns into a dream, I guess, depending on your point of view. These matches coming up this week, more about that a little bit later on. But Jesse James Armstrong is involved in that, and boy, Wolfie D and the Dundees really involved in it.
Yeah, Wolfie D and Jamie Dundee battling it out, as you've mentioned, Dave. Well, Wolfie and Jesse James. Look at Charlie Laird with a nice leapfrog and comes back with a body slam on Jesse James Armstrong.
Indeed.
Charlie Laird climbing the ropes here, and Jesse James stops him. Boy, he tosses Laird right in the middle of the ring. As I was saying, it's going to be Wolfie and Jesse James Armstrong. Coming up this week, they'll be taking on Bill and Jamie Dundee. Barbed wire match, barbed wire tag. And the losers will wear yellow paint.
Yeah, for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks, the loser wears yellow paint.
How about that? That's just one of the dream matches coming up this week around the USWA.
Well, I tell you, you're looking at two of the finest wrestlers in the USWA. You're looking at two of the finest wrestlers in wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
And Wolfie D and Jesse James Armstrong. Since Armstrong came in here, frankly, we didn't like his attitude when we first saw him. But he convinced us immediately that he was an incredible wrestler. And not only that, he's come around more to the fans' way of thinking, I think. And really a fine, fine wrestler. And his partner, Wolfie D, what can you say?
Oh, the fans love him. They're right behind Wolfie D. And Charlie Laird gets the tag. The confident Charlie Laird steps in. And Jesse James Armstrong comes flying down, drops down Laird. Nice move from Armstrong as Wolfie D just kind of took Laird and brought him over kindly to their corner on the other side. Here we go. Tag made. Wolfie D up on the Armstrong slams down Laird. Here's Wolfie. Flip over. Oh my goodness. 2. He got him. 1, 2, 3, and Armstrong celebrating on the 2 count. He knew that Charlie Laird was not going to get up.
Yep, there's no doubt about it. Jesse James Armstrong and Wolfie D make quite a tag team, and that's going to be important in the days coming up ahead. You know, Corey, there's quite a history that goes back there, especially with Dundee and Wolfie D. Let's take a look at some of that action that's been going on, too.
Yeah.
So Wolfie D jumps on the superstar. Jesse James Armstrong, JCI trying to get him separated. Oh, he's ripping the shirt off of him. Frank Morrell, Randy Hale's trying to stop him. JCI, Sir Wolfie D off the deep end here. The super
taken nothing. For 20 years, people's come into this town and tried to run me out, and I'm still here, and I'll be here after that match, and you'll be gone, Wolfie D, and that's a promise.
But Fire grabs Samantha. He's sick of this whole thing. Oh, Dundee. Well, so much for the fan appreciation plaque that Dundee was presented.
Let's calm down. Let's get off the air. Let's go back there and talk about this. Because he's making up a lot of dirt about me. He's making up all kinds of dirt. And if you want to get down to it.
Dundee punching Wolfie D here. Now Jamie jumping on Wolfie. Look out, Dundee's got the man right in the head. Midget D has jumped in there. Come on. 3 against 1.
Dundee, Bill Dundee, Jamie Dundee, and Midget D all jumping on Wolfie. Come on, here they go once again with that ether stuff. Spraying ether on the tile. Now what about that stuff? How do you know that is ridiculous? I smell it. Come on. Some sort of hairspray or something. Doesn't smell like it stays off roll to me. That is ether. Dundee, Midget D, Jamie Dundee, and they're going out their shoes again. I see now what the problem is. I see, too. They're trying to strip the guy's clothes. He's still wearing Jamie Dundee's clothes. Oh, come on. They've already pulled this stuff once this past week here in the USWA. They ought to just go ahead and let him wear the ugliest suit he could wear. That'd be his birthday suit. Now, come on. This is television. We don't need this stuff out here with these guys stripping. Come on. He's just taking. Let's get some help out of him. He's too sexy, Brian Christopher.
And you know what I'm going to do?
What are you doing with all that
I'm going to burn it. What I'm going to do.
Hey, let me tell you something. No, you're not going to burn nothing in this television station. Outside, Jamie Dundee has the trash can full of Whoopie D's wrestling attire.
It's all going up in smoke.
PG thing, I mean, he's burning it all. I guess he wants it done.
Yeah, but he kept saying this is Wolfie's tights and Wolfie's shoes. What's he doing? Oh! Here comes Wolfie D. He jumps on Jamie, and there goes Bill Dundee, racing out to the parking lot to come to the aid of his son as Wolfie D. Oh, boy! Saw him get ready to put the torch to his attire, slams into the trunk as Dundee... Uh-oh, now they got 2-on-1.
Right.
I don't think it's too fair that I must go to the ring and defend the honor of something that I invented. I created PG-13. It was all me.
Here, Jamie.
Look out.
Wolfie D hits the studio, and Jamie is out of here.
I tell you what, Jamie Dundee, you could come out here and you could talk about my mama. You could talk about me dropping out of school and anything else you want to talk about and make up. But I tell you what, this week, it's coming down to the last straw. That's right, the PG-13 copyright is on the line.
And here comes Jamie Dundee.
Jamie Dundee is attacking Wolfie D from behind. That's going to have to be disqualification, but the referee still hasn't seen what's going on.
Tony Falk distracting the referee downtown Bruno.
Hey, Bruno, look at what's happening here. It's 3 against 1. And Bruno, here comes Doug Gilbert.
I won the rights back to the PG-13 name. I won my shorts back, my hubcap back, and I won my Nikes back.
Dodge him. And here comes Jamie again, boy.
With a chair this time.
First time not enough as Jamie Dundee comes in.
Now the Dundees double team.
Dundee slams that chair down on a Whoopie as downtown Bruno is still out.
Look at his face, and he did it.
Bill Dundee comes out.
No, he never did. He just knocked him out.
Count of 1, 2, 3.
He hit him with the chain, yeah. Jamie Dundee had the chain wrapped around his fist. Now Whoopie D, and we've got a new television champion. These Dundees, boy. Standing here right now with Whoopie D, Jesse James Armstrong.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Dundees, last week I said right here
that I didn't have no beef with you, Crocodile Jr., but you see, now I do. And I've been places that you ain't been. And I know what this can do. So Friday the 13th, Jack, it's horror night at the big one. Well, we're going to wrap this barbed wire. We're going to wrap this barbed wire around the ring. What were you going to say? You messed me up, Corey. I don't know what I'm saying now.
It's all coming up this week?
Yeah, this week, right? Friday the 13th. That's what I said, Corey. Dang. Now, Crocodile Jr. and Crocodile Sr. This ain't PG-13. This is rated R, Jack. And we're coming to the big one. You won't see any nudity, but what you will see is extreme violence. Tell him, Doug.
That's right, Jesse. What he's talking about is a nightmare match with these two right here against the Dundees. And the loser is going to have to be painted yellow. And you're going to have to walk around yellow, just like the coward that the Dundees are, because these two boys, everybody knows, we don't back down from nothing. And we know that the Dundees are nothing but stinking cowards. And that's the bottom line on that. And then Corey, you know what's next? Earlier in the night, do you know what's coming up? I got to go in there and face not one man, but two. Their nightmare match. They picked Bill Dundee and Jamie Dundee against Wolfie D. And let me tell you why that is. Because Jamie Dundee knows that by himself, he can't beat me. Bill Dundee knows that by himself, he can't beat me. So what they're going to do is I think Bill's going to put Jamie on his shoulders, and then it's going to be a fair fight. Well, I'm telling you something. I might not run from two men. I'm going to be in that ring, and I'm going to fight you just like the man I am. I'm going to give it everything I got, because I am not a coward, and I'm not going to walk around with a yellow stripe down my back, and neither is he. We'll see.
You all. Dream matches coming up this week around the USWA. Let's take a break.
We'll be back.
Hey, we'd love to have you join us for USWA Championship Wrestling. We are here every Saturday morning, and we're here live with about 4 exceptions during the year. It's live right here on TV5. And come on down and join us. The tickets are absolutely free, but you must write for them. Corey and I don't carry extra tickets to Studio Wrestling with us. Actually, they're handled by someone else, and this is the way to get them. Send your request to Studio Wrestling Tickets, care of WMC TV, 1960 Union Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee, 38104. That's the address. That's the only address, and then the tickets are passed along to the proper party. Now, this is very important. Don't forget to include a self-addressed stamped envelope. That way they just put your 4 tickets, up to 4 tickets, in that envelope and send them right back to you. Again, we'd love to have you join us. We'd love to have groups. Love to have birthday parties, baseball teams, little league, football team, anything. If you have kids groups, we ask you, though, in that case, tell us how many tickets you need and include the name and phone number of a responsible party so they can get in touch with you and find out exactly how many tickets you're going to need for the dates and all that sort of thing. Okay, join us here for TV5, Championship Wrestling. Tickets are free to that. Tickets are not free, but there's no increase in price at the Big One Expo Center coming up. It's Friday the 13th. It's either Dream Match Night or being Friday the 13th, especially for a lot of folks, it could be Nightmare Night.
Oh, speaking of Nightmare, it's going to be Nightmare on Hollywood. It's at the Hollywood exit number 5. Right off of Interstate 40 right here in town.
Very easy to get to. Still some folks say, well, how do you get there? Well, it's easy. Just get on the 240 north leg there. When you come to exit 5, Hollywood exit, you get off. There it is. Yeah. It's just on the north side of the interchange. You can see it from the expressway. Go right in there. Parking is very, very reasonable. Admission is too. The Big One Expo Center on North Hollywood, the Nightmare on Hollywood with the 10 dream matches or 10 nightmare matches. Every match must have a winner. No outside interference.
Yeah.
How do you police that?
Stipulation.
All right. You run into a match. Don't make any difference who you are. Here are the stipulations on that. Number 1, you forfeit your match, and any stipulations apply to you.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so you can't get yourself disqualified. Say, well, I don't want to have to take a chance on leaving town 30. Nope, stipulations are going to apply. Also, there's a sizable fine, and a 30-day suspension. So I don't believe there's going to be very much outside interference coming up. Every match has to have a winner. We're talking all about them. Let's look at the matches.
There's
Dream
10 of
match
them.
number 1.
10 of them, and we'll kick it off with Bart Sawyer and Stephen Dunn. That's Bart Sawyer's dream match. Stephen Dunn returns to the USWA Friday night at the Big One.
Friday night, September 13th. Then Bill Rush's dream match comes up next. It's going to be Bill Rush going against Frank Morrell. And the winner of the match in this one will be a full-time USWA referee. They'll be on the payroll as the full-time referee. Bill Rush against Frank Morrell.
Then comes Mike Sample's dream match. Boy, I don't know if Samples was dreaming or if he had a nightmare when he thought of this one, because Flash Flanagan is a young, exciting wrestler. He can really go. This will be a good single bout down there Friday night.
Brickhouse Brown has a dream match. He offered partnership to Coco Beware. He was turned down. He will be going against Coco Beware Friday the 13th at the Nightmare on Hollywood.
Dream match number 5, Bill Dundee's dream match. Yeah, you know, it doesn't take much to sit around and dream about wrestling the promoter, does it, Dave?
No, I don't like this one at all.
No.
I'm going to try to talk to Randy a little bit later on, but I of course, it's Bill Dundee's dream match. You know, why wrestle a wrestler if you can have your dream match? Yeah. Wrestle the promoter, and well, anyway, that is the match. Match is signed. No outside interference. Remember. Then it's going to be Texas and Luna's dream match. Not one, but both. A back alley brawl. Miss Texas goes against Luna.
And this Luna, boy, she's not wrapped too tight. And let me tell you, but Miss Texas is looking for her down there Friday night at the Big One. Then comes dream match number 7. We've got 10 of them. It's Jamie Dundee's dream match, and he thought of this one. It's going to be Bill and Jamie Dundee in a handicap match against Wolfie D down there Friday night.
And when I look at the card and see the two matches that I consider the most unfair, the Dundees are involved in both of them.
Yeah.
This is certainly one. I think Wolfie D said it best when he was out here earlier. He said he believes that the Dundees neither believe they can beat him by themselves, so they book a handicap match, figuring that, hey, they can beat Wolfie D. We'll find out. Dream match number 8 out of 10.
I like this one.
Brian Christopher's dream match. And in this one, Brian will be going against Scott Bowden. It's a fans lumberjack strap match.
I wonder if we can get in that line.
I'll tell you,
a couple licks to Bowden.
There may be thousands of people surrounding the ring wanting to get a shot at Scott Bowden. Let me tell you, that match comes up. Brian's dream match should be an interesting one come Friday night.
Nightmare on Hollywood continues Friday night. Dream match number 9 is Wolfie D's dream match. Barbed wire tag team match. Loser wears yellow paint for 2 weeks. Wolfie D, Jesse James Armstrong take on Bill Superstar Dundee and Jamie Dundee.
Yeah, the loser wearing the yellow paint for 2 weeks. That one is going to be mighty, mighty interesting, but it's not all. Final match of the night. We've already talked a bit about it. It's Tommy Rich's dream match. USWA title is going to be at stake. The winner gets both a unified title match and a shot at the WWF title. The loser leaves town for 30 days.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the bad part of this one. Special referee is Tony Falk. Well, it's a bad part if you're a Brian Christopher or a Brian Christopher fan. Happen to be a Tommy Rich fan. That might be a good thing, because Tony Falk and Tommy Rich do have some kind of history. Brian has warned Tony Falk about not calling it down the middle, though.
Dave, earlier when I was out here, I got so upset and everything that I forgot to mention my own dream match. And, you know, when I'm around town, when I'm at the gym working out or I go to the mall or something, fans always coming up to me and they're always saying one thing. When is somebody going to get rid of that big mouth Scott Bowden? I'm going to tell you what, Scott Bowden, everybody hates a snake, right? And that's exactly what Scott Bowden is. So, Bowden, I don't know if you know these stipulations too well. I know you're sitting at home right now watching, but I want to tell all my fans, when they come down there this Friday night to the big one, I want you to bring the biggest belt you can find in that drawer. I want it to be so thick, because it's going to be placed across your back, Scott Bowden, because I'm picking out 10 fans, Dave, 10 of my fans, and we're going to line them along ringside there, and every time you try to run out of that ring, Scott Bowden, wham! they're going to hit you across the back. So I can't wait. I'm going to fill up that big mouth with this fist right here, and then I'm going to watch them beat your back until the blood spills all over the big one floor, Scott. So get ready, big boy. We're shutting you up for good.
That's just one of the 10 dream or nightmare matches at the Nightmare on Hollywood, coming up Friday the 13th at the Big One Expo Center. We'll be back here with more in a moment.
Jamie Dundee and the superstar, Bill Dundee. Well, coming up this week, it's Dream Match Night around the USWA. And one of the dream matches, Jamie, is going to involve you and your dad, Bill Dundee, taking on Wolfie D in a handicap.
Taking on Wolfie D. Let me tell you, of course, first of all, you acknowledge that we are the USWA Tag Team Champions. And I, Jamie Dundee, are the USWA Television Champion. So, Wolfie D, that makes me twice as good as you, punk, because you ain't never held 2 belts in your whole life unless I let you borrow one of mine, boy. But you see, this week, we got a dream match, man. And you know, I slept real good for like 2 weeks, and I dreamed it up. Wolfie D, you're an idiot, man. You're a goofball and a nut to sign the match. Wolfie D against Bill and Jamie Dundee at the same time, man. You talk about a dream, punk. Your dream match, paint the man yellow, a tag team match wrapped in barbed wire. My friend Wolfie D, you're never, ever gonna make it to that next match when Bill and Jamie Dundee get through pouncing on your head. And don't clap for me, you fat retard, because I don't need you.
And then the other dream match is a dream tag match with Wolfie D, Jesse James Armstrong, taking on Bill and Jamie Dundee. There it is right there. Barbed wire tag match, and the losers.
James versus Billy, because Wolfie will never make it.
Losers will be painted yellow.
All right, now I got a little something to say. You know what my dream match is? It's against Randy Hales. And you know why it is, Corey? It may be against you the next time because he'll be gone, Wolfie D be gone, and so will Jesse James. But let me give you a little history lesson. You know how this all came about? Well, I'm going to tell you.
No, I'll tell you what. You don't have to tell me.
Tell me.
Let's take a look at it. Let's show Bill. Let's show everybody how it all came about. Take a look at a little history here.
I should have stunned. I'd buy it out here. I'll go get the place done. You get whatever you want. Get the
Now that's enough. Hey, there's no use in this. What? That's enough. Now go on.
Don't you get stuck in this, boy. I used to whoop your brother 20 years ago. And all your brothers, and if it wasn't for him protecting you and everybody else in the USWA, I'd kick you.
Hey, don't bring my family into this. You want to fight? We'll go in the alley and I'll fight you. And don't bring my family. Ain't nobody protecting me now.
Yeah, he is. Nuggy. You ain't worth it, either one of you.
Oh, my gosh. We need some help up here! Frank, we need some help up here! Robert, we need some help! Watch out! Look, oh, Randy! Why we need separate him?
Come on, get in, Ollie! Come on, come on!
I'm not a wrestler, and I'm not going to be in the
No,
thing.
you're cowards! What?
Oh, come on.
Hey, come on. Hey,
Man, and Jamie with a chair. Hey, we need some help out here for Randy.
What in the world?
You're right.
Pitches worth 1,000 words.
D like he was protecting the Armstrong boy, but let me give you the history of how this all started. Randy Hales, you know as well as I knew, you grew up in Jonesboro, Arkansas, a itty-bitty scrawny kid that nobody liked except me. I let you come into the dressing room. Jerry Lawler hated your guts. Jackie Fargo couldn't stand you and told you wanted to chop you every time he saw you. Right, boys, please, just let him sell the programs, let him sell the pictures. He's okay. He ain't going to bother nobody. Then he grows up, and in '84 and '85, I went off to Louisiana, and you was still selling programs. And I was, like he does now, I run the show down there. I was the booker. I was the boss. I came back, and the next thing I know, you're the boss. A program seller is the boss, and you go tell Bill Dundee what to do. No, sir, brother. Never been in the ring in your life. All them little beat-ups, you got nothing. Well, this week, brother, It's going to be you, and it's going to be me. And when I drop you on your head and break your neck and you're gone, they'll hire me as the boss, and I'm firing you.
Yeah, well, that'll be all right. I don't want to work for you anyway. I guarantee you that. Take a break. We'll be back with more. Can't we do that? All right. We're back.
We've got a lot of action coming up around the USWA. Jonesboro, Arkansas, for instance, is coming up. And that'll be...
Well, now, Bill, well, get out of here, because I want to talk about Jonesboro, Arkansas. Brian Christopher, the Colorado kid, what you did to me and Jamie Dundee Friday night is nothing to what we're going to do to you Monday night. And I promise you, we're going to tear the building. And you know where I'm going tonight? Where? Corning, Arkansas.
Well, head over there now.
While I'm going, you want to go?
No, I don't want to go. Monday night, Jonesboro, Arkansas, at the Sportatorium. That's where we start our USWA on tour. Boy, Dundee's, I tell you. Bill Dundee, Jamie Dundee, Colorado Kid, Brian Christopher, Vampire Warrior, Bart Sawyer, Miss Texas, and Luna Vachon, all on the card. It's Monday night, 8 o'clock is bell time at the Sportatorium. Nice building right over there in Jonesboro. Then USWA action continues on tour as the USWA goes to Manila, Arkansas. In Manila at the Civic Center, 7:30 bell time, Too Sexy Brian Christopher. Superstar Bill Dundee will be there. Wolfie D, Miss Texas, all Thursday night, September the 12th in Manila. A lot of great fans around the Manila area. USWA will be right there at the Civic Center Thursday night. Friday night, it's the big night. Friday the 13th is Nightmare on Hollywood. 10 dream matches. If you haven't heard the entire card earlier, we'll run over it again here shortly, as there's no increase in price at the Big One Expo Center coming up Friday night. Saturday night, September 14th, Dyer, Tennessee. Superstar Bill Dundee, Jesse James Armstrong, Wolfie D, Miss Texas, Luna Vachon, all signed for the action in Dyer, Tennessee, Saturday, September 14th. Same night, Truman, Arkansas, 8 o'clock bell time. Too Sexy Brian Christopher and the Colorado Kid, just part of the action there in Truman. Friday, September the 20th in Renzi, Mississippi, USWA Championship Wrestling right there at the Entertainment Center. Dave.
All right, Corey, I've got the man right here. Bill Dundee out here yelling about program seller is now the boss. Promoter Randy Hales, you know him well. Randy, I'm not real thrilled to see this dream match, though, with you in there against Dundee. I mean, we all know Dundee. He's tough. You know, we don't like the way things are going right now with Bill Dundee, but this is one of the toughest wrestlers ever to come down the pike, and you're going to be in the ring with him.
Well, this is a situation where what I thought was a good idea backfired on me. Had the idea of, because wrestlers come up to me all the time and say, how about this match? I want this guy in a certain stipulation. So I thought this 1 week I would give the wrestlers the opportunity to book the card, book their own matches, and we came up to some interesting situations. Samantha called me and said, Bill Dundee's dream match is a match with you. Well, I'm not nuts, Dave. You might think I am, but I said no. Well, they called back and said that if I didn't agree to it, that Bill Dundee would not sign for his match, that Jamie Dundee would not participate, that Tony Falk wouldn't participate, that Samantha wouldn't participate, Tommy Rich wouldn't participate. I didn't have a card.
Yeah, so you either had to go along with this, which you had first refused, or didn't have enough to put on more than a couple of matches, right?
I know I can't beat Bill Dundee. I know that, Dave, but I tell you what, if it takes a baseball bat or a chair or whatever, I swear I'll get one lick in on Bill Dundee. The other thing I wanted to say, Bill Dundee was a favorite wrestler around here for a long time, and people ask me, so what happened to Bill Dundee? Did he just overnight go crazy? Well, I think he's been nuts for a long time, and I went to the video office and I brought a tape, and if we could show that tape, please, and if I could talk over it. The tape that we sent, this goes back from 1986, and the referee here is Jeff Jarrett, 17 years old, and that's Buddy Landell, and apparently we didn't get the lick in. The first punch was, of course, Bill, and then here is Bill Dundee. Jerry Jarrett already has lost one eye, and they go to try to take the guy's eye out. So that's the kind of person that Bill Dundee is. So I know that Bill Dundee is a maniac. Everybody around here, he pulled a knife on Wolfie D in April. People don't know this, but a few weeks ago in Tunica, Mississippi, he got in an argument with Jerry Lawler, and that's enough of that videotape if we could come out of that. He got in an argument in the dressing room in Tunica with Jerry Lawler and made threats on his life. Bill Dundee is crazy, and he certainly doesn't deserve to be in wrestling, but it's a situation where right now we're stuck with him, and I'm stuck with this match, Dave.
Well, I understand. I don't like it. I know you don't like it, but it's one of those things. Just be careful. Watch yourself in there on Friday 13th. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Randy, for explaining that situation. Well, we were going to take a break, but we're not right now. Here's Samantha out here. Okay. Samantha.
Shut up. Let me talk. I've already heard you out here whining about you got forced into a match, and you know you can't beat Bill Dundee, and he's going to kill you, and you're right. So I came out here to just let you know that I'm going to give you one chance to get out of this match and keep from getting your neck broke. So all you have to do is go back here with me and sign this little piece of paper saying you're going to pack your one little bag you own, turn over your position to Bill Dundee, because he is rightfully the boss around here, and pack your little bag and take your cell phone out of here before you end up in a hospital with no job at all.
So it's a power play.
I'll do more than point my finger at you, you trashy little tramp. I'll tell you this.
You cause no trouble right here. You're right. It's time out.
One thing. I would rather have a broken neck or be dead than have you run this company.
Well, that may be, because that's exactly what's going to happen to you, punk.
The match will take place during the dream matches, during the Nightmare on Hollywood, which is coming up. We're going to be back here. We still got an 8-man match, still have a women's match. Stay with us. Women's match coming up right now. Samantha is in the ring. Downtown Bruno, the referee, is in the ring. And the opponent for Samantha is right here. Miss Texas has just arrived at ringside. And she will make her way into the ring, and we will be ready to go. Downtown Bruno.
Been a long time since we've had one of these on USWA Championship Wrestling, and we've got it right here for you today. One fall, a 10-minute time limit. Samantha versus Miss Texas.
Samantha's tough, but Miss Texas, more the pure athlete. She's the one you'll find working out at the gym all the time.
Oh, yeah.
She began her wrestling career in Texas, in the Dallas area. Been in the USWA for some time, and the fans love it. Miss Texas against Samantha.
Standing headlock here on Samantha as Miss Texas holds on to her, and referee Downtown Bruno over to check things out. As he walks around the front, Samantha grabs a handful of Miss Texas hair.
This Nightmare matches coming up. Miss Texas has a rather interesting one, a back alley street brawl. She had something to say about that.
Little Bashan, you all has been. See, my dream match is to have a back alley street fight against you. See, I'm not just going to beat you, honey. I'm going to beat you bad. So you better get ready.
Back alley street brawl rules will be in effect in that one as it comes up this week. Be looking for it.
Miss Texas holding on to Samantha right here. Rolls her down to the mat and kicks her down. Nice move from Miss Texas to take Samantha down. We still got that 8-man tag team action still to come right here today on the USWA. Looking forward to that.
Samantha with the advantage right now.
Miss Texas trying to work her way out of the move there, and
Watch those fists. Keep them open.
gets out of those leg scissors that Samantha had in here.
You know what I like about these Nightmare matches coming up, too? No outside interference. Every match is going to have a winner. Miss Texas takes Samantha down to the mat. Nice move by Miss Texas.
The referee asking about hair pulling, but nice clean move from Miss Texas.
Hey, get out of
Samantha pulls up out of hair, whips Samantha into the rope. She comes off with the shoulder on Samantha. Miss Texas. Nice hip toss, and she slung her right across the ring.
Threw her right into the rope. Samantha hit the mat hard and immediately got outside the ring. To slow that one down. He was in position for Miss Texas to take advantage, be able to get the pin in the count of 3.
Miss Texas stands in, tangles up with Samantha. Samantha backs her up, whips her into the rope. Nice leapfrog. Comes back with a body slam from Miss Texas. And Miss Texas find it out now. Samantha's got over in the corner.
Yep, back in the corner. Referee is counting. Driving the shoulder into the midsection, and now Miss Texas battling her way out of the corner. Yeah, there may be a little hair pulling going on right there. Back Samantha all the way across the ring.
Look at this.
Oh, the first hold. Oh, Miss Texas catches herself.
Right, she's down. 1, 2.
Oh, it's a count.
Oh, look out.
Luna Vachon jumps into the ring, grabs Miss Texas from behind.
Oh, boy. Luna Vachon hits the ring.
That's going to be a disqualification on Samantha, but that's, oh, Miss Texas jumps out of the way and comes after Luna Vachon. The Vampire Warrior goes after Miss Texas. It's 3 against 1.
Come on. Luna Vachon out here with the Vampire Warrior. That's a 3-on-1. Here's some help. Here's Bart Sawyer and Stephen Dunn out. And immediately, Vampire Warrior, Luna Vachon, and Samantha take off.
Indeed. Let's take a break. 8-man tag team action still to go on the USWA. Hey, the Nightmare on Hollywood is coming up Friday the 13th. Yeah, that's where the Nightmare comes in. Let me tell you, started out as Dream Match night. Could end up as Nightmare night for a lot of folks, though. It's Friday night, September 13th at the Big One Expo Center. Exit 5, the Hollywood exit, off of I-40, the north leg of I-240 is what a lot of folks know that as. 7:30 is when it all begins.
Yeah, bell time.
10 big matches. Here's the first one right here. Bart Sawyer will be going against Stephen Dunn in Bart's Dream Match.
Then it's Bill Rush's Dream Match. Winner will be full-time referee around the USWA when Bill Rush will take on Frank Morrell.
Mike Samples' Dream Match, and I think Mike definitely was dreaming when he came up with this. Mike Samples will be going against Flash Flanagan, and Mike is going to have his work cut out for him to take home a victory in this one. Remember, there must be a winner in every match. No outside interference.
Brickhouse Brown's Dream Match. Brickhouse has been wanting Coco Beware to team up with him. Well, coming up Friday night, he's going to team up with him, all right. They'll tangle up. Coco Beware versus Brickhouse Brown and Brickhouse's Dream Match Friday night at the Big One.
Bill Dundee's Dream Match could very easily be a nightmare for promoter Randy Hales. I don't like this one at all, but as Randy explained earlier, he really had not much choice. He either had to agree to this match against Bill Dundee or not have enough wrestlers show up to put a card together so that you fans could have some action at the Expo Center. So that's it. Bill Dundee's Dream Match, Dundee against Randy Hales.
Then it's Miss Texas and Luna Vachon's Dream Match when they'll face off. Miss Texas takes on Luna Vachon, and I guarantee you that Miss Texas definitely wants to get her hands on Vachon after what Luna and the Vampire Warrior came in here and pulled just a moment ago.
Jamie Dundee's Dream Match. I don't like this one either. A handicap match. Jamie says, okay, book this one. It'll be both of us. It'll be Bill Dundee and Jamie Dundee against Wolfie D, 2 against 1.
Then it's Brian Christopher's Dream Match number 8 Friday night. Fans Lumberjack Strap Match. Brian says he's going to choose 10 fans that'll be right there at ringside. They have the straps all set up there, packed with them. And Scott Bowden will take on Too Sexy Brian Christopher Friday night. Looking for that one.
Scott Bowden never misses a chance to insult all of the fans.
Oh, boy.
Payback time, baby, coming up Friday night. Dream Match number 9 out of 10. Wolfie D's Dream Match. This one, a barbed wire tag match. Put the wire around the ring so nobody can get out. The loser has to wear yellow paint for 2 weeks. Wolfie will be teamed with Jesse James Armstrong to go against, yes, both of the Dundees, Bill and Jamie Dundee.
Then it's Dream Match number 10. The final Dream Match is Tommy Rich's Dream Match. USWA heavyweight titles on the line. Winner gets both a unified title match and a shot at the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight title, but the loser leaves town. Loser leaves USWA for 30 days. Special referee Tony Falk.
Indeed, Brian Christopher against Tommy Wildfire Rich. It could be a wild one. It should be a wild one with those 10 huge matches all coming up Friday night the 13th at the Big One Expo Center. Brickhouse Brown right here with Corey.
What's wrong? You two can't figure out who doing what?
We didn't think you were supposed to be here, as a matter of fact.
Monkey see, monkey do, huh? Well, let me tell you something. My dream match with Coco, there's a stipulation on it. If I beat you, you nappy-head punk. If I beat you, then you got a team with me. And I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm doing this for your own good. This is going to be the best thing to happen to you, colored boy, because I'm going to tell you something right now, sucker. I'm going to knock you some sense into your head, and I'm going to tell you something right now. Coco, I don't like you. You just like this houseboy right here.
Come on, bro.
Friday, I'm going to show you exactly what's happening and what time it is when I take you down. Then I'm going to make you my tag team partner, sucker.
Friday night, Big One Expo Center, there's 10 dream matches.
I think you can see now why neither one of us really wanted to talk to him. Let's take a break. Be back in a moment.
We'll be back.
Hey, we got a big tag match coming up right here. Downtown Bruno climbing into the ring, and we are going to be set to go with a main event of the day. Well, we've had a lot of matches that could qualify as main events around here. Got a lot more coming up. All right, Tony Falk, Mike Samples, and Brickhouse Brown all headed for the ring. It's going to be, I'm informed, a 6-man tag team match instead of an 8-man. Apparently, there's been some transportation difficulties. So instead of 8-man, 6-man tag match still should provide all kinds of action. Across the ring, Bart Sawyer, Flash Flanagan, Stephen Dunn. This one has the makings of a real main event today on USWA Championship Wrestling.
Referee downtown Bruno right in the middle of it, and Brickhouse Brown looks like he's going to start off for his side. And it's going to be Bart Sawyer starting off on the other side. Referee called for it, and we are ready for action.
These are hard to keep up with sometimes for you and me, Corey, much less a referee who's in there by himself. That's why I said earlier, sometimes I feel sorry for referees that have to referee these multi-matches like 6 or 8-man matches. Over the back goes Brickhouse Brown. Look at Bart Sawyer flying through the air with a drop kick after drop kick.
Oh, yeah, nice move from the Bart man. And tag man, here comes Mike Samples in. Samples a big guy. Well, it's going to take a little bit more to get Samples down. Samples comes in at about 275.
Samples a pretty formidable wrestler in his own style. A style I don't necessarily agree with. Coming off the rope. Sawyer dumps him over the shoulder. Nice move again. Yeah. A drop kick. And out of the ring goes Mike Samples.
Oh, he's right back in there.
Yeah, the momentum just carried Samples right out of the ring. That was a good drop kick, too, that Sawyer hit him with.
Here comes Tony Falk.
Tony Falk has developed into a problem under the tutelage of Double J Jeff Jarrett, Frank Morrell, and others. Now the Dundees, he's really a bit of a problem. Tommy Rich, they've all taught him some shortcuts.
Oh, yeah. Tony Falk involved in a big dream match coming up this week around the USWA. Stephen Dunn leaps up. Nice move. Drop kick from Dunn takes down Tony Falk. Boy, it's great to see Stephen back in the USWA.
That goes for you too,
Tony Falk climbs out of the ring, complaining. Y'all are standing around and he's beating me up in there. Somebody else get in here. So he tagged Brickhouse Brown.
Here's Flash Flanagan. Boy, he's a young, exciting wrestler that we love to see. He can really move around that ring. Flash Flanagan wrestles out of Indianapolis, Indiana. And Brickhouse Brown right now putting it to Flash. Backs Flanagan out. Whips him into the rope. Shoulder from Flash Flanagan. Look at Flanagan leaps over. Nice reversal as he takes him down. He's got Brickhouse Brown off that armbar. And Brickhouse jabs him right to the throat. Oh, there you go. Break. Reverse neck break there from Brickhouse Brown. Takes down Flash Flanagan, and here's Mean Mike Samples in. Samples to pick up where Brickhouse Brown left off with Flanagan. Reversal. Oh, he lost Samples as he went to reverse Samples into the ropes. Kind of lost a hold on Mike Samples. Samples able to get a loop from Flanagan. Comes back now. Back Flanagan up. Oh, look at that. Just punching away on Flash. Whips him into the rope. Rolls him down, and Flash Flanagan. He pulled my tights, referee. Looking across the way, Samples complaining about tight pulling.
Yeah, these two are going to be facing each other soon, too, in a nightmare situation. Oh, look out. Samples holding him up. Tony Falk nails him. Falk stays in after the tag. Samples also slow about leaving. The referee now running him out. Meanwhile, Tony Falk used the opportunity to gain a little unfair advantage over Flash Flanagan.
Tony Falk stops Flanagan right there as he gets behind him in the room. That time, and Falk with his back turned to the referee. Working Flanagan over. Now Brickhouse Brown. He punches Flanagan, and they got Flash over in the corner. Oh, boy. 3 against 1. Samples, Falk, and Brickhouse Brown all working over Flash Flanagan. Russian legs from Brickhouse Brown. Takes Flanagan down. Dream match night coming up this week around the USWA, as we always say. There's nothing in the world like being right there, seeing USWA action live when it comes to your area. And this coming week, there'll be some big nights around the USWA.
And if you haven't been in a while, then maybe this is a good week to think about it, with these 10 big matches coming up.
Mike Samples snaps Flanagan right out of the corner.
You want to give up on this?
Tag made, and Tony Falk, a lot of tagging on this side.
Yep. And that's smart. You got to hand it to him. Yeah. Keep the first man in there.
And they're wearing Flanagan down. All 3 of them have been in there at least twice against Flanagan.
Flash needs to get to the corner, get a tag. That is a sign, not someone who's not a good wrestler. It's just a sign of inexperience if someone stays in there too long.
Oh, yeah.
Now, they've kept Flash tied up so he couldn't get to the corner most of the time here. But if he can break free, that's the first thing he needs to think about.
Well, it should be a break right there, Dave. He's right under the rope, and Falk won't give him the break. Just grabs Flanagan, drags him out of the corner. See that?
Makes the tag, holds on to the foot. Flanagan cannot get away.
Mean Mike Samples back in there on him. Got that twisted toe hold. Drops down on Flanagan, and he tags Brickhouse Brown. Here they go again.
Yep.
Just around the horn, the team of Brown, Samples, and Falk tagging in and out.
Flanagan trying to get to his feet, but they've hurt that knee. Boy, he's got, count of 1. Oh, I thought he might have had him. He had a 2 count, though. Brickhouse had those shoulders down. Looked like he had enough of Flanagan's body weight over the shoulders that he might get the 3 count. But it'll come to be, not this time anyway. Mike Samples holding him from outside while Brickhouse pounds him in the midsection with a closed fist.
Come on, right now, see, this is what we talk about the referee having such a hard time.
Yeah.
He's trying to keep up with everything that's going on.
And there's so much going on all around that he's watching one thing, and especially the guys on this side of the ring using the opportunity to take those shortcuts I mentioned earlier.
Flanagan laying down. Brickhouse, oh, he misses. Came flying off with that headbutt, and Flanagan able to get up.
But he needs to get that tag. He needs to get to the corner. He's a long way from it. There he goes. He rolls over, gets the tag. Here comes Stephen Dunn.
Tony Falk jumps in there. Samples is in. Dunn whips Brickhouse Brown.
All 6 of them in the ring. The referee looking around saying, what do I do? They're all in here. He climbs the rope.
He wants to get out of there, I think.
Yeah, smart move. He is trying to watch what's going on from back in the corner from the vantage point.
Look at this.
Dunn rolls down Brickhouse. 1, 2, nope, only a 2 count.
Falk grabs Dunn, throws him out of the ring. Samples and Flanagan outside of the ring going at it. Over the top rope. Yeah, Falk just threw him right over the top. And referee downtown Bruno called for the bell.
Called for the bell. Okay, over the top rope disqualification. Ruled by the referee. And this one is going to end with
disqualification.
Over the top rope. All right, over the top rope disqualification by the referee. He's back in the ring. The hands of Stephen Dunn, Bart Sawyer, and Flash Flanagan are raised. There are your winners of the six-man tag team match. We'll be back in a moment. Hey, what a day. I'm sort of drained. One of those typical USWA television programs where action going on everywhere. Speaking of action, here's a man right here who can cause some action and get involved in it. Coco Beware. Coco, big dream match coming up here. Brickhouse's dream match, though. He says if he beats you, he's going to make you be his partner.
Well, you know, Dave, it's got to be Brickhouse dream match because, see, I'm sick and tired of Brickhouse Brown. I refuse to be his partner. I didn't want to have nothing to do with him. I don't even go on the side of his town that he lives on. I don't have nothing to do with Brickhouse Brown. He smells bad, he looks bad, and he's got a big problem, and I just don't want to be his partner. But I'm going to make it easy for Brickhouse Brown. Brickhouse Brown, that's right. If you can beat me, I'll be his partner. I will be your partner if you can beat me. Because I'm tired of it, and I know the people is tired of it. For week after week, Brickhouse is coming out here, and I done told him, no, I don't want to be. How many times you got to tell this guy, no, I don't want to be his partner?
Yeah, I understand.
You know, I mean, it's so simple. Hey, Brickhouse, I do not want to be your partner. Case is closed. Hello. So, Brickhouse Brown, I'll see you Friday night at the big one, and I hope that you'll be ready. If he beat me, Dave, I will be his partner. You know, that's just like a fly. If a frog had wings, Dave, he wouldn't even bump his rump, would he?
Well, that's true.
So, Brickhouse, if is the big word, I'll see you Friday.
All right, that match is going to happen. It's going to be the Nightmare on Hollywood. It all comes up Friday the 13th at the Big One Expo Center. That man right there, Coco Beware, going against Brickhouse Brown. And now they both say, if Brickhouse can win, they'll be partners. But Coco says he doesn't want to be any part of that. So he's going to be looking to defeat Brickhouse. That's just one of the 10 big dream matches coming up. Hey, we got to go. We'll see you next week. Until then, for Corey Macklin, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of USWA Championship Wrestling.